Charlie Hewitt and Chris Thompson are two guys who grew up in Lewiston and now want to help their hometown. They're putting together a fundraiser that's happening Thursday at Thompson's Point in Portland, which Chris Thompson developed.
The event is free, open to the public, and will feature music, food, an auction, and more, with all proceeds going to the victims and their families. Charlie Hewitt is an artist who's best known for his hopeful sign, and he talked with us about the fundraiser and about how his life was shaped by growing up in Lewiston.
It's where I got my courage to learn to work, I got my faith, I got my unique identity in the French-Canadian culture. It's an enormous amount of pride comes from that.
What did Lewiston do for you? When you were growing up there, what kind of an impact did it have on you?
It was a tight community that cared about each other. I felt safe there. I felt seen. As a young man, I played on the sports teams. There was also police athletic leagues. We could play football. The parks were open. The river was filthy, but that had nothing to do with what we were doing inside of the community. Everybody worked hard. My identity came from my Franco-American culture. I'm proud of it. It's given me a chip on my shoulder, something I've carried around and slugfest with life. I'm really proud of those people. My father was an interloper. He married my mom, but my family was St. Hilaire's. And as Obama identifies black, I identify as a French Canadian, and a proud one. So,
and I'm sure it's part of that pride that you carry that led you and another boy from Lewiston, as you call yourself, to come up with an event to give back to this community. Tell us about what you're working on later this week.
Yeah. Chris is special. He owns that venue. It's a very professional site. He emailed me or texted me the other day, I think it was 3 or 4 days ago. You think we can do a concert? And we don't say no. This is the time for yes, we do, we can, and we will. Now, the event's special because it's dedicated to the victims, but also to all the people of Lewiston and Auburn, to the first responders, to the policemen, and for the nurses and doctors who are taking care of those people in the hospitals. Everybody who's affected and traumatized by that needs our love.
So the event is happening Thursday from 5:30 to 8 at Thompson's Point in Portland. What's going to be happening?
We're going to have local bands, so there'll be music. We have 4 food trucks. We have craft beers. That's all donated. We're going to have ticket raffles. We're going to have a silent auction. And we're going to have a professional auctioneer come up and raffle off 2 of my hopeful signs. So if you've ever wanted one, it's the time to bring your wallets and go get one. We're going to have an ATM machine outside, so there's no complaints. We'll do Venmo. We'll find every classy way. We'll do credit cards.
We'll figure out every possible way there is to separate people from their money for this good cause.
Well, it's like the giving is the healing. And the healing is offering up as part of ourselves in the smallest way. And through music. This is so early in the grieving process. Music, I felt, was the best way we can start. We can cry, we can hold each other. Yeah, we can be there through music because it belongs to everybody.
What's coming up for you right now?
Oh, I'm sad. Yeah. I'm hurt because that's not who we are. That's not who anybody is, really, except these individuals, and they define people, and I hate that definition. Now, Lewiston has a chance to redefine itself, to take new pieces and put it back together in a new way. I want people to see that town for what it really is and who those decent, honest people are, and I want them to care about them, like they care about their children and themselves, because if you don't care about them, you don't care about a future. And we're all one in this state together with that. You know, I'm feeling this strongly because I know the identity it had before this event.
And you wanted, with this event, one of the things you and Chris Thompson want to do is to show that Portland stands with Lewiston, is reaching out to Lewiston with an embrace, and that it's a sense of solidarity.
Absolutely. Like, we're Maine proud, but we're Lewiston strong. And I love Portland, but I love Lewiston a lot more. And I want everybody to feel that way. Reach inside and give out to another part of our states. I love the river towns. I love Rumford. I love Jay. I love Bangor. These are the hearts. These are the veins that make the pulsing heart of who we are as a state and a community.
Charlie, what's giving you hope right now?
I believe that we're better than this. I know this is not who we are. I know we have problems with guns and issues. I'm not trying to think I'm not trying to fix it right now. I'm just trying to live with it and feel it. I think hopeful and being hopeful is every morning when I open my door and I take my first step into the future. And that's what we're doing right now. We're taking our first steps into a new future again. I'm not taking what happened with me.
The Lewiston Strong, Maine Strong event that Charlie Hewitt is helping to organize is going to take place Thursday, 5:30 to 8 at Brick South at Thompson's Point in Portland. It's free and open to the public.
Among the items being auctioned off, 2 of Charlie Hewitt's hopeful signs. Who wouldn't want one of those? All the proceeds from the event will go to the City of Lewiston's Families and Victims Fund. And you'll, of course, find more information in the 207 section of our website and app. We're going to take a breath.